Look, Ma. Whoa, that's pretty cool. If you search for the term camping gear on Amazon, it will appear that a camping fan is the most important thing you should have. So many camping fans. And plastered all over Amazon with paid ads. And buy your weird products with unpronounceable brand names.
Gear up and get outside.
This is the Ogery F11 camping fan that you can buy on Amazon for 60 bucks. However, the company sent this one to me for free to try out. Honestly, it's been sitting in my garage for almost a year because I just wasn't quite sure it was something I really needed or wanted to use. But on this trip, I decided to give it a whirl because it is hot. That's why I'm wearing my hat like a cool guy so that you can see my face. So this thing has its own battery inside. It's a 20,000 milliamp hour battery, which is actually a pretty decent sized little battery. It'll run for quite a long time. I can't remember the exact run time on it, but it's supposed to be several hours. I want to say 16 hours or more. It can also be used as a power bank. So you have the remote control. That way you could potentially put this over on the side of your tent and then you could run it from this side. This particular one can be situated in many different ways. It pivots that way, it pivots that way. And then it also can be used hanging upside down. It's got a nice little hook, and that hook even swivels. To use it, you've got this dial here, and that's pretty nice, pretty easy to use. However, one downside I noticed is it's going to easily get turned on in your baggage or your camp box. Mine was turned on when I pulled it out of my dry bag. We're on a kayak camping trip right now. Twist it up, and it has many different speeds between 0 and 100%. Okay, right there is full blast. Does it sound any better? Feels pretty good, actually. I'm not going to lie right now. Oh, yeah. Just give me a minute. Okay, I get it. I think that's why people get these, huh? Just some air in the face. Although sometimes wind does that naturally, which it has been most of the day. Okay, so the fan operation, pretty simple. It's just a dial. You also have these. You have, ooh, is that an oscillating function? Oh my goodness, yeah, it does. It oscillates. Look at that. Let's turn that puppy up. Okay, not bad. I could see that being useful in a tent, even just sitting on the picnic table, although there's not a ton of power. You have to be sitting pretty close to really feel it. When it's all the way up, that starts to be interesting. Okay. You also have a timer mode, so you can put it in a timer for, set it at 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours, or 8 hours, and it'll automatically shut off at the end of that timer. So that could also be useful at night when you're sleeping, for example. What you can't really see because it's so bright outside right now is it's also got a light built in. Is that even turned on? Oh yeah, it is. Oh wow, okay. I think it's got different powers. That must be like night light, and that must be a bright light. Testing now with the remote control. That's for the light. Oh, there we go. Turning it up. Cool. And then it oscillates. Okay. Shut it down. Not too shabby. It's not huge and entirely cumbersome. I could see it being useful on some trips or putting it in your camp box if you've got extra space. I'm not going to take it necessarily on every trip. But what do you think? Is this something that you would buy, or is it just kind of too weird and too dumb and not necessary? I will say that despite my own doubts, I actually found a really good deal on this recently. 50% off. I think it was like 30 bucks, 35 bucks, something like that. I put that up on the Honey Hole, our webpage where we list all kinds of deals, and a ton of people actually clicked on it and bought it. So there must be some people that like this idea. I just wonder if that's any of you. All right. You may remember me from previous episodes when I presented to you quite the elegant hat. Well,
yes.
That hat didn't quite suit me.
No.
So I got another one. Still in the solar family, because I like the idea of, you know, renewable energy on my head.
Yes, of course. A lot of people do.
A lot of people do, obviously. At least 14. I think that's how many reviews this bestseller had. This is a hat.
What?
With 2 fans.
Oh.
Solar powered. Do you see him going? You see him buzzing right now?
Nice, dude.
Look at that.
Jeez. What will they think of next?
I don't know. But what I can tell you, I mean, this is my first foray in this hat. This is from a very real company called Atmeat. How much would you think this cost, John?
Gosh, I would say like 60 bucks.
Oh, 43. You might feel like you're getting a deal.
Jeez.
You can charge these up via USB if you wish, or you can power them by the sun. If you charge them up by USB, you flip a little switch, and then it's got 3 speeds. Right now, I can tell you, they only go when it's in, like, see this one's not spinning. It's in the shade, not spinning at all. This one's going full blast, and I can't feel it at all.
Of course not.
But I can feel the wind So maybe nature's fan is best.
Well, it is like steady, like 10-mile-an-hour wind, so maybe if it
Yeah.
was still, you would feel it.
Yeah, but what do you think? It's
I just saw the other fan kick on when you turned in the.
Yeah,
the
there you go. Yep, see that?
Yeah.
You can tilt them
Oh,
when you get a different angle,
wow, that's nice.
but guess what? It still doesn't make a difference. So now this one's running, but the left one is not because it's not in direct sun. Now they're both in direct sun and they're running, though I'm not sure I can even feel that. I really can't, and I'm right here. It is orienting because when you turn, you hear sound over here, then sound over here, not over here. It's like dysfunctional surround sound in a movie theater. So this is a weird piece of gear that I think I'm gonna give a hard nope.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it is a fashionable hat.
It's one size fits all circular craniums. It looks somewhat ovular. Maybe I just have a particular oval head.
Yeah, maybe. It looks less round than the last one.
It's maybe a little less round, but it's still not gonna be comfortable all day. And you can pop these fans out, but then you just have like, you're gonna get like a sunburn circle right here. So
amazing.
$43 and you got something you'll never use again. Let me just see if I got all the specs right. Polyester and nylon, various colors available.
Huh.
Yeah, I think there were even some bright ones. 3 speeds and 16 hours runtime on a charge. You know, I don't know that I believe a word of it. Look, Ma, that's pretty neat. Reminds me of that That's Pretty Neat guy.
How neat is that?
Anybody that goes outside on any kind of adventure is going to get bit by a mosquito or a wasp or some kind of bug, and it's gonna itch. Enter the Heat It. This little device is one of the most interesting, non-gimmicky things that I've seen in a long time. I actually did a full video review on this last summer, and you can go check that out for all the details, but let me briefly describe what it is. So this is simply a little USB device. This one's USB-C. They also have one for earlier iPhones, but this one will work for any Android or modern or current model iPhone. First, let me say this does not prevent any mosquitoes or any other kind of insect from biting you, but when you are bit, this helps treat it, and it will help prevent the itching and the swelling. It does that through hyperthermia, which is essentially applying very directed heat, targeted heat to the bite. And that somehow tricks your body, I guess. I don't know what it does, but it makes it so it won't itch. And it's been scientifically studied and proven, so it's not just a hoax. The way this works is you take the device and you simply enter it into a smartphone. It does require a smartphone. Once you do, it's going to automatically open the app. It's going to make a noise. You have different options you can select on the app. I'm going to select medium, adult, and I'm going to turn off sensitive. There's short, medium, and long, which is going to apply the treatment for either 4, 7, or 9 seconds. There's child or adult. That selects the temperature that it's going to heat up to at a max of 124 degrees Fahrenheit, which might sound like a lot, but it's actually not that much, and it's not enough to burn you, even if it feels like it's going to the first time. If you put it on the child setting or the sensitive skin setting, it's not going to be quite as hot. It may not be quite as effective either, but it will help. Let's say I got bit on the hand here. I'm gonna hit the big start button. It's going to heat up and then it's gonna turn green when it's ready. I apply it right on the skin. It does sting a little bit. You can definitely feel it. And then my treatment is done. You don't see any kind of mark. You don't see anything left behind from it. But that right there will take away a lot of the itching and swelling, especially if you get it treated immediately after you get bit. Have you ever heard of Heat It or seen this device?
No.
Okay, yes, you're new. This is Ethan, and he is their test subject. How tolerant are you to
How tall
discomfort? Tolerant.
Oh, I'm pretty short.
So short.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do short.
Oh gosh, I'm kind of nervous about this right now.
Are you a child or an adult?
I would consider myself an adult.
All right, we'll give that to you. And do you consider yourself sensitive?
Yep.
Like a feather, as indicated by the...
I'm very much of a feather, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Okay.
Hit start. And then be ready to put it on there. And go for it.
Oh. Gosh, that was crazy.
What do you say? Ow! Ow! It's an interesting sensation.
Yeah, that was warm, dude. Let me try for 7 seconds.
Do it. Or you all set? Dude, just do long. Go 9.
Okay.
He's crazy.
That's full power right now.
Don't be a baby, dude.
Ow! 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 This is warm, dude. Golly.
Okay, you are sensitive. Oh, never mind. My daughter, a small child, she doesn't squeal like you, but I mean, it's understandable.
It's not that it hurts. It's just kind of surprising.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's so targeted.
Uh-huh.
It's heat, but it's 124 degrees. It's not hot enough to burn your skin.
Wow.
This little device costs $39.95. You can get it on Amazon or on their website. They did give me this device for free at a trade show when I first met them, and I thought it was really interesting, and that's why I made a video about it before. It's still something that's kind of weird, and it kind of catches you off guard, and you think, that can't be true. But believe me, it works. This one is worth trying out. And it offers a chemical and medicine-free treatment for any kind of insect bite. So I was on a backpacking trip with John. He had this wooden spoon he got in Norway, and I thought, what a weird thing to take on a backpacking trip. But then I saw its utility and the delight that it brought to the people all around him. And so I got my own. So I liked the idea of a spoon, but then I was at my local farmer's market in Boise, Idaho, and I happened upon this booth that had one of these. She called it a Foon. She had a little card right by them, and it said something like, "Sporks are stupid, buy a Foon." And I thought, okay, understood. A lot of people use their titanium sporks or whatever when they're backpacking and hiking. I have too, and that's fine. Except I really do hate how it feels in your mouth, especially if you don't get a polished one. And they're just kind of generic. They're not that interesting. This, my friends, is interesting. This was hand carved from, I think this one is like Brazilian cherry. That's what she said it is, the kind of wood. And it was made from recycled, or rather upcycled, flooring from an old church in the area. So she carved this herself. I paid 20 or 30 bucks for it. That's kind of a lot, you might think, and sure, yeah, it is, but it's an artisan's work and it's kind of fun and unique. You could certainly get your own wood and carve your own. I think that wouldn't be too hard of a project. And I love that the fork is on the opposite side of the spoon. Spoon's great for cooking and eating things when you want a spoon, and yet you still have a quasi-legitimate fork. Although look, one tine already kind of split off, and I kind of expected that at some point, but it still does the job. It weighs about an ounce or just over, which really isn't bad, and I'm happy to take this on both car camping and backpacking trips. So getting pressurized running water when you're camping can be a challenge, and there's a solution, and it's rather small, from Flextail. This is the Flextail Tiny Shower. It's a pretty handy little camp gadget, and after a first use, I think it would be pretty useful again, actually. You've got a hose here with a 90-degree elbow and a little tiny shower head. Shower head even has a little jigger that you could hang on a tree. And then you've got the actual pump. I've never used this before, it's brand new. It's really simple to use. It's got a quick attach and detach hose, very cool. Oh, look at that, it's quick fit, just pops right in there. That's pretty sweet. USB-C charging, you obviously want to keep that flap closed when you're using it because you submerge this pump in the water and you want to submerge it before you turn it on.
Oh.
Double click.
Watch where you're pointing that thing.
I was just thinking that. Let's test it. Look at that, dude.
Oh!
Oh, look. So you could use this to take a shower, or like we're going to do for washing the dishes.
Sorry.
Here, let's wet that down a little bit. Okay, I mean, that's not like serious pressure or anything. I was hoping it'd be like enough pressure to like really get that grease and junk
it's
off.
not blasting anything.
No,
And
but
we
it's
are fighting
interesting
bacon
though.
grease.
Oh, you hear it winding up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's low. You click it again, you get high. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. This could be kind of handy. Yeah, it would take a little getting used to. Like, would I take a whole shower with that? I don't know, maybe. That's really not too shabby. Okay, I think that could be useful. How much would you guys think this costs?
I'll go low, 45.
Dude, oh my gosh, you guys are freaking good. It's normally 60 bucks, but it was on sale for 45.
Whoa!
Look at that, dude. You guys are amazing. It looks like it sucks it in through here, these little slots. Look at a clean plate. Mission accomplished. They say the flow rate can be up to 1.3 gallons per minute, and it'll have a 70-minute run time. According to them, that should wash up to 420 cups, but I did the math and that means 10 seconds per cup, and I'm not sure that's very realistic. It's IPX7 waterproof, which makes sense. That means it's submersible, but it really hasn't been tested for drop or shock. It says on there that it weighs 7 ounces, but that must be just for this, and maybe even without an internal battery. That feels heavier. Well, that might be about 7 ounces, but all in, you're more than that. The pump alone is a little bit larger than the size of a credit card, and it's probably about 1.5 inches thick. This would easily go in my camp kitchen box, and I would love to use it on a car camping trip for washing the dishes. Maybe also for taking a shower, although I don't know that that's entirely practical to really scrub and get your whole body clean. But it would be nice to be able to rinse off. I put a deal for this up on the Honey Hole at one point, and this thing got clicked on a lot. So I think a lot of people are intrigued by it. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Out of the products that we looked at today, I think the ones that I would genuinely use and that I genuinely like were that Flextail Tiny Shower, of course my wooden Foon, of which I'm a big fan. I also know that I like and use the Heat It because I've been using that now for a couple of years. But I'm not yet sure about the Ogery fan. It's a nice idea, but I'm just not sure I'm actually going to get it out and use it regularly on a camping trip. But that solar fan hat made for hiking is something I will never use again, and I may even just send it back because I think it is worthless and no one should buy it. If you like discovering new outdoor gear, you should sign up for the Honey Hole email newsletter. Every week, I'll send out something new or interesting that I like and that I'm enjoying, and you might want to hear about it as well. I'll also send out 5 outdoor gear deals we're finding, and you'll be entered into our weekly gear giveaways. Link below. Now gear up and get outside.